quintessential San Francisco scene. You bet. Cable car going past Mariners Hotel. Always a pleasure to be in the Bay Area. As we bring you back across to the East Bay, we look at Drew Pomerantz leading the Oakland Athletics out onto the field as Mariners begin their road portion of the 2015 season. Good to have you with us, everybody, here at Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. As we begin this sojourn in Oakland, it'll end in Los Angeles. Let's take a look at the Mariners batting order that will face the left-hander Drew Pomerantz.
All right, thank you, Dave. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Chevron. Leading off, it will be Ricky Weeks playing left field, and Austin Jackson, normal leadoff hitter. He'll drop down and hit second. There's Cano, Cruz, Seager in the middle of the lineup. Ruggiano getting a start in right field. He will hit sixth. Then it's Morrison, Zunino, and Willie Bloomquist making his first start at shortstop and hitting ninth in 2015. For Drew Pomerantz, again, a good fastball. He'll be in the low to mid-90s. If you take a look at his numbers from last year, a 2.35 ERA. He was an effective lefty for him. Pitched a lot out of the bullpen, 69 innings pitched, but 64 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just 204 against him. Also mix in a curveball and a changeup. And we'll take a look at the defense brought to you by American Family Insurance. In the outfield, Canna in left, Fold, the center fielder, Zobrist out in right. Then you have Laurie and Simeon on the left side of the infield. Sogard and Davis playing on the right side. And Stephen Vogt will do the catching. You can see what Pomerantz did last year against the Mariners in 5 games, a 2-0 record, ERA under 1, so they need to make some adjustments to the hard-throwing left-hander.
Made 5 career appearances, 1 start all last year. Big kid, 6'5", 240, born and still lives in Collierville, Tennessee. First pitch to Ricky Weeks is up high for a ball. First pitch at 7:08. Brian Gorman's got balls and strikes tonight. Mark Carlson at first, Mike DeMuro at second, and Tripp Gibson at third. Two 2-0 to Ricky Weeks. Weeks batting in the 6th hole on Wednesday. Hit by a pitch, 1-0 for 3. Two and 1.
You mentioned Ricky hitting 6th the other day. I think against left-handers, especially early in the season, Lloyd McClendon wants to see Ricky hitting in the leadoff spot. He's hit in that spot for the majority of his career, certainly comfortable being a leadoff man, but I think you're going to see more of that against left-handers than if he gets a start against righties. Against righties, he'll probably drop down in the lineup.
2-1. Count even at 2-2. Out of foul territory here in Oakland, as you are familiar with, down around the bullpen. That's a foul ball.
One of the few ballparks and still have the mounds where the outfielders or infielders are going to have to deal with if the ball stays in the ballpark and doesn't get into the stands. You have to cover a lot of ground. You cannot give up on a ball that's in foul territory here.
Yesterday, the Athletics gave up 4 home runs to the Texas Rangers, a 10-1 loss. They split a 4-game set to open up the series. Open up the season. 2-2. Oh, there's one down on a strikeout of Ricky Weeks.
Came on a good elevated fastball, 92 miles an hour, right at the top of the strike zone. Pomerantz will do that quite a bit, especially when he's ahead in the count.
Austin Jackson.
Bring up Austin Jackson. 1 for 5 on Wednesday. Ball 1. Austin 0 for 1 against Pomerantz. Count at 1-1. Asked Lloyd McClendon, what did you get out of the first series? He says, Likes this team's attitude. That one fouled off. Team's going to fight back. Never seem to get down on themselves. He said the second game, C.J. Wilson, he was terrific. Third game, get down 5-0. Just kept pecking away. Just couldn't get a big hit. He said, if we play like that, like we played the other night, we're going to be all right. I'm not worried about this club. 2 down.
That's 2 hitters in a row for Pomerantz. Gets ahead of him, puts him away with the high fastball again. Another 92-mile-an-hour fastball right at the top of the strike zone. Too close to take, but tough to catch up to. And you can see he's able to throw that ball by Jackson. Good fastball here in the first inning from Pomerantz. We look at our Alaska Supermo in the swing, the late swing by Austin Jackson. The guys will have to dial it up a little bit tonight.
Here's Robbie Cano, 2 for 4 against Pomerantz. 2 out, nobody on. Good numbers career against the Athletics. Last 2 times up on Wednesday, doubled. Late, 1-2.
That was his best fastball, 93 miles an hour. I think as this game moves on, we'll see the velocity get to the 94, 95 mile an hour range.
Pomerantz, number 5 pick in the 2010 draft. Taijuan Walker, number 43.
He's throwing strikes, 12 pitches, 9 strikes.
One and 2. Mariners 10-9 against the Athletics last year. 6-4 here in Oakland. 4-5 in Seattle, and back-to-back years winning the season series. Melvin, manager, former manager of the Mariners. 2-2. How about all the trades they made? Some of the guys they moved.
7 All-Stars are missing off this club from last year, Dave. Billy Beane, he goes to work every year and lost a lot of guys, especially out of their lineup.
The other day at Safeco Field, they were playing a song, Getting to Know You. That should be the theme song for the Athletics.
And again, Bob Melvin talking before the game, and he says it's going to take him a couple of months to figure out what kind of club he's going to have. And I think for Billy Beane, he's probably going to watch too. If they're around the hunt, when you get to the trade deadline, he'll improve this club, maybe even before then. If not, I think you'll see some more guys say bye-bye to the Oakland Athletics. So we'll have to wait and see how things turn out for him.
2-2 to Cano. Off the fist. 6'5" Pomerantz makes the play. 1-2-3 for the Mariners in the first. Taijuan Walker making his 2015 debut. Looking forward to that when we return. Oh, talk about Taijuan Walker coming into this season. Where would he fit? Would he fit into the rotation? Well, he went out and seized a spot in this rotation. It's the number 4 man. Let's take a look. Batting order the Athletics will throw out against him tonight.
A couple of former Rays at the top of the lineup, including Sam Fuld, the leadoff hitter. Then it's Mark Canha hitting second. Zobrist coming over from the Rays. He will hit third. Then it's Billy Butler, the DH, against the Mariners. You can see what he's done. .325 average with 8 home runs. Ike Davis hitting 5th. Brett Lawrie from Toronto. He will hit 6th. Vogt, Simeon, and Sogard rounding out the 9 for the Athletics. For Taijuan Walker last year, pitched really well towards the end of the season, but overall a 2.61 ERA, 2-3 record for him.
First pitch to Sam Fuld in there for strike. Sam started last season with these Athletics, claimed off waivers by the Twins, and then at the trade deadline, Billy Beane brought him back. Line drive, right field, coming on, almost handcuffed out there. Ruggiano, he makes the play.
Mariners defense tonight brought to you by American Family Insurance. And in left field, it's Ricky Weeks, Austin Jackson in center. As you just saw, Ruggiano making the play on that line drive in right. Seager at third base. Willie Bloomquist getting his first start this year. He is at shortstop. Cano and Morrison on the right side of the infield. And Mike Zunino will do the catching.
One down here in the first. Left fielder Mark Canha. 5th different 2-hole hitter used so far by Bob Melvin in 5 games.
For Taijuan, a good fastball. He'll be 94 to 97 miles an hour. Mix in a slider. Great curveball and a changeup to the left-handers.
Certainly has simplified his windup since we saw him at the end of the 13 season.
It's worked out well for him. He's a big man. He's a strong man. I think the fewer moving parts for him, the better. And we saw that consistency at the end of the year and in spring training.
Canha coming over from Colorado. Popped up back this way.
Abbreviated, you can see, almost pitching out of the stretch right there. And a short stride for a big man. That's how he keeps the ball down in the zone. One of the things that we liked about him in spring training, along with the strikeouts, is a lot of ground ball outs, especially when he was in trouble. Double play balls were helping him out.
Tremendous focus coming into camp. Back up the middle. Cano. Canha just beat it out. Base hit.
Mariners defense playing him to pull. Willie Bloomquist at shortstop would have been a difficult play. So Cano comes across the other side of the bag with the backhanded play. He has a strong arm. So he has a shortstop's arm, gets rid of it quickly. But Canha, who we're getting to see for the first time, looks like he can get down the line in pretty good shape as he just beats this throw for an infield hit.
5th hit for Canha. He's now 5 for 10. Brings up the versatile veteran Ben Zobrist. Off to a slow start. 3 for 16. 1 homer, 2 runs batted in. Basic Swiss Army knife kind of player. Play the outfield, play the infield, whatever you need. Zobrist 1 for his last 14.
Pretty good switch hitter, off to a slow start this year.
Center field, a long blast. 1 hop off the fence. Canha comes around, he scores. Zobrist will hold with an RBI double. 1-0 Oakland. Charge that one up. 3rd RBI for Ben Zobrist.
After the fastball, it looks like Taijuan comes back with a changeup, speeds his bat up. He wanted this pitch down in the zone, but it's about mid-thigh. Good look at our Alaska Supermole in the swing by Zobrist. Out in front of it a little bit, keeps his hands back just long enough, and once he barrels it up, it jumps out into the gap in right center field.
So Zobrist at second, RBI double, 1 out. Brings up Billy Butler, the former Kansas City Royal. A couple of years ago, they had a contest via Twitter. They were doling out nicknames. One of the finalists was Big Country, but that was already taken by Bryant Reeves, who played basketball at Oklahoma State. So the winning entry, Country Breakfast, is stuck.
Country Breakfast, huh?
Billy in the World Series last fall with Kansas City. 1-1. 1-2. Billy won the Hutch Award in Seattle a few years ago for great civic work that he does, he and his wife. Ooh, they got Brian Gorman right off the mask. 2-2. Tom Gorman, a real good umpire in his day.
Well, I was going to say that was one of the better fastballs we've seen from Taiwan. And if he stays in that area, as you take a look at our Alaska Supermo, slowing that down as you see the ball go off the mask of Gorman. But I think if Taiwan throws his fastball in that area with that kind of velocity, it'll help him with the rest of his pitches.
So Zunino wanted that up a little higher than where he got it.
Well, you can see on our EQC tracer the fourth pitch and where that was located, up and in. And that last pitch, a little bit easier to handle when it's down. Just drop the barrel on it.
Two and two to Butler with Zobrist at second. Full count. On deck hitters Ike Davis. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away. Big K.
We'll take a look at the last pitch off the plate away. Gets Butler to chase the slider. That's the pitch that he was working on in spring training. Take a look at what Taiwan did last year. It's fastball 61% of the time, and then, of course, the great curveball. Haven't seen that here in the first inning. Maybe he's going to save it. His changeup 14%. Cutter throws more of a slider now than a cutter. But that's what he used last year.
First pitch to Ike Davis. Ball 1. Davis with the Mets from 2010 into last year, then spent time with the Pirates most of last year, 131 games. Guy you got to be careful with, the big home run guy, Kendall. Also strikes out a lot here. 32 homers, 90 runs batted in for the 2012 Mets.
Well, the good news is he's off to a little bit of a slow start, and he reminds me of those guys, they get hot and they're tough to deal with. They hit their home runs, they hit him in bunches, so hopefully these guys can maintain for the weekend and get out of here before he gets hot.
Like 1 for 9 as you look at Zobrist in second. 1-2. Ike with Pittsburgh last year, 10 home runs, 46 runs batted in. One-two pitch.
Taiwan so far 21 pitches here in the first inning, 14 strikes for him.
Two and two. 2 outs, man at second. Then Zobrist. 2-2 pitch here to Ike Davis. Whips it into center field. Zobrist will score. 2-0 Athletics. First RBI of the 2015 campaign for Ike Davis.
Well, I think you have to give Davis the credit on this. It looks like it's a good pitch. I think it's a changeup. It's definitely down, maybe off the plate away, and he stays with it. Ends up breaking his bat as you look at our Alaska Supermo, and the swing by Davis, moving off the plate, right off the end of the bat, shatters it. But unfortunately for the Mariners and Taijuan Walker, it finds outfield grass, so that'll be an RBI.
Here's Brett Laurie. Game over from Toronto. Struck out 4 times, 12 pitches first game. Tough start.
That's a real tough start. 12 pitches.
Yes, sir. Picked it up a little bit since then. Total 5 for 16.
Meantime, speaking of pitches, Taijuan throwing a lot of them here in the first. He's now at 25 pitches. Throwing strikes, 17 strikes, but a lot of pitches for him here in the first inning.
Saw Iwakuma get off to a rough start and then figure some things out, settle down a couple of days ago. Good save by Zunino, 1-2.
You and I have talked about it. I think for all the starters, you have to give him that first time through, give him a chance to settle in. You hope that things go well, and they did for both Felix and Paxton. As you mentioned, Iwakuma and now Walker throwing a lot of pitches here in the first. That first time out there, start of season, can be difficult.
1-2 pitch. Way upstairs, 2-2. 6th hitter this inning. Iwakuma on Wednesday, 23 pitches in the first inning. Gave up 4 runs and 4 hits. Full count. Second full count here. Went 3-2 to Butler and struck him out. On deck, catcher Stephen Vogt. McClellan hoping to limit the damage to just 2 runs here in the first. 3-2. Davis takes off. Pitch up high. Ball 4. Inning continues.
Wouldn't be surprised if Rick Waits comes out and talks to him. The last 3 pitches, all of them up in the zone, and 29 pitches in the inning. He might be a little bit tired. Mike Zunino immediately out to the mound, and here comes Lloyd McClellan. It will not be Rick Waits, but Lloyd's going to come out and have a conversation with the young man.
Yeah, you and I were talking about this a couple days ago. It's like great spring. It's spring training. Numbers were dazzling. Different deal now. Adrenaline, first game, made it. Totally different circumstances.
Well, just in the way that you feel about everything is different. You have to be able to get that under control, and right now Lloyd having a conversation with him. One of the differences I've seen right now, and I think it's more his command and not wanting to do it, it's the fastball inside. We've seen a couple of them, but in spring training he was consistently pitching everybody inside, and Zunino's set up in there a number of times. He's missing his spots like he did on the last hitter. 3 pitches up and in the middle of the plate.
And we didn't see him that
elevated.
Elevated.
Unless he was 0-2, 1-2, and then he might fire one up
Right.
there to get you to chase. But he was in command the entire spring. But adrenaline pumps in there, and it's hard to get control of it sometimes.
2 on, 2 out, 2 runs in. Strike to Vogt. Weather this storm, let's see. We get calmer waters after this. Line drive, base hit, center field. Davis coming around. The throw hits the mound, bounces over. Zunino. Taijuan was backing up. The runners hold. 3-0 Athletics. 4th RBI for Vogt.
Well, he was able to get that fastball down, but again, this pitch is away. It's on the outside part of the plate. Vogt, a quality hitter, hits this ball back up the middle, but I can see him pitch inside a little bit more. You can see the setup on the outside corner. He hits his spot. Good hitting by Vogt to go back up the middle. pick up an RBI. The A's now 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position here in the first.
Send their 8th man to the plate here.
Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose in the Mariner pen.
Brings up Marcus Seaman, the shortstop. He's looking Big Tom heating up in a hurry. Ari at second, voted first. Strike one. So he's ahead now, 0-2. RBIs by Zobrist, Davis, and Vogt here in the first inning. And the count 0-2. Ball one. See what they come back with here, 1-2. Try to end the inning. And it gets away, and the runners are going to advance. A wild pitch. Second and third now. 2 runners in scoring position. A 2-2 count to Seaman. Rocky first inning.
And I believe that's the first curveball we've seen him throw, and he threw it over in the other batter's box. 35 pitches into the inning.
Big 2-2 pitch.
You can see the numbers. 36 pitches, 22 strikes.
Two and two. Got him in chase. Zunino throws down, and woof, the inning ends as the Athletics score 3 times on 4 hits and leave a couple. Well, good news for Taiwan, that inning's over and he can move forward from here. Queen Casino, welcoming urban soul legends Tower of Power, June 6th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. By Alaska Airlines, enjoy free entertainment on your personal device. Learn more at alaskaairlines.com. By your local Ford stores, and by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more as you look at from Nob Hill, looking at the Transamerica building over in San Francisco. Athletics send 8 men to the plate. 3 runs, 4 hits. An early 3-0 lead. Here's Nelson Cruz to lead off against Drew Pomeranz.
I had Taiwan for 37 pitches in the first. So hopefully he's in the dugout right now. We'll settle down and be able to get ahead of some guys, have a couple of quick innings.
Fouled off by Cruz. Off to a 1-for-11 start of this season. Way upstairs. Cruz getting his only hit of the season to this point, 2nd inning, leading off in game number 2 against the Angels on Tuesday night. Single to center. This with the breaking ball, 2-2. It'll be Cruz, Seager, and Ruggiano. 4, 5, and 6 here for the Mariners in the 2nd inning. Pomeranz struck out Weeks and Jackson, and had a comebacker off the bat of Cano in the 1st inning. Popped it up. Ike Davis for the out. 1 away. Because we know that you can't get enough of growing fake facial hair. The beard hat is back at Safeco Field thanks to Jack Link's Friday, April 17th. First 20,000 fans, you're going to get this year's edition, which features a Mariners-inspired Northwest green beard. So get your tickets to Beard Hat Night at Mariners.com. Here's Kyle Seager. Slow start for him as well. 1 for 10. And that was a home run.
And as we saw all of last year, the A's have the shift on with Kyle hitting. So Simeon, the shortstop, on the right side of the diamond.
Pomeranz pretty impressive so far.
I've always liked his fastball. His command has been an issue for him at times, but it looked as if he started to figure that out last year, and that's the reason why he started the season in the bullpen. Just with that breaking ball, he's still, for the most part, a 2-pitch pitcher. Good fastball, curveball. Again, he will mix in a couple of changeups, not many though. I haven't seen him throw his curveball for a strike yet.
Fouled off by Kyle. 2-2. Kyle, a .219 career hitter against the Athletics. He's got 5 home runs against them, 3 here at O.Co Coliseum. Pitch. Flips it the other way, coming on to make the catch. Montana, 2 outs.
Batting in the 6th position, right fielder, number 12, Justin Ruggiano.
Brings up Justin Ruggiano. Limited appearances, 0 for 2. He's also walked twice. On the part of the platoon, Seth Smith, sore groin muscle, but he is starting to feel considerably better.
I saw him take batting practice today, and he also made a trip around the bases, so he looks like he's close to being able to go. Sonny Gray going tomorrow. You would like to have Smith in the lineup if he can. Good right-handed pitcher the Mariners are going to face.
3-0. Logan Morrison is on deck. Big strike, 3-1. In there for a strike count, runs full, 2 out, nobody on here in the second. 3-0 Athletics. A's get 3 runs on 4 hits in the first inning against Taijuan Walker. Into the JR. And fouled off.
Pomeranz going with the high fastball again. 92 miles an hour. We saw that a couple of times in the first inning. Gets 2 strikes and he wants to throw the fastball at the top of the zone.
Do it again. Here, 3-2. Center field for Sam Fuld, right center field. Pomeranz goes 6 up, 6 down. Not been challenged yet. Mariners in an early hole. Runs on 4 hits during the spring. Allowed 2 earned runs in 27 innings. He gave up 3 earned runs in the first inning here tonight. He's got Eric Sogard leading off, the second baseman. Sogard followed by Fuld and Canna. 9-1-2 for the A's. Taijuan ahead 0-2. Seven of 9 first pitch strikes for Walker. It was Willie Bloomquist in his first start. Just gets Sogard 1 down. Let's check in with Angie Mentink. What do you have?
Now batting center fielder, number 23, Sam Fuld.
All right, Angie, thank you. As we got Sam Fuld standing in, lined out to right, leading off the home first. Looks at strike one. Put a wrinkle in that one. He's ahead 0-2.
Good curveball again. Just one curveball out of the 37 pitches in the first. He's able to get that curveball over for a strike.
Shoots it through the hole, base hit. Sam Fuld, the 5th hit for the Athletics. 1 out, 1 on from Mark Canha.
Well, he gets a fastball out over the plate. Elevated fastball.
Infield hit for Canha. First time. Taiwan, born in Shreveport, Louisiana, grew up in Yucaipa, California. He's 22 years old. Two and 0. Hit well, left field, and goodbye. 2-run homer. 2-0 count. 5-0 Athletics. Canha with his first home run. RBIs 5 and 6. That's the first big league home run for Mark Canha. It's 2 for 2.
Let's take a look at it. Looked as if Zunino was set up on the outside corner, and that pitch ended up in the middle of the plate.
Here in the second inning, Mariners hit a 5-0 hole. Here's Zobrist, double to right center. So 0-2. 0-2 here to Zobrist with Billy Butler on deck. Time called. Took a lot off of that pickup strikeout number 3. 2 outs here in the second inning. Mariners are giving away the ultimate cap for guys, complete with a built-in bottle opener. It's yours when you join us for EQC Guys Night Out on Friday, April 24th against the Twins. For only $35, you're going to receive this fun Mariners cap, a select mean or terrace club level ticket, plus your first drink. Guys Night Out tickets available right now at mariners.com/guys. How about the run of emotions that Taijuan Walker's gone through? He had the great spring, couldn't have been more fired up now in his first start. 2 innings, he's been roughed up big time.
Well, it's part of dealing with it, and he's going through that now. We saw the same thing for Lee Akuma, though, in his first outing.
Cano tracks down that pop-up off the bat of Billy Butler. 2-run homer by Canha extends the lead to 5-0. take a look at our Coors Light Cold Hard Facts. And here we go. Roster changes in Oakland since we last saw these guys. 9 trades involving 27 players, 13 new players on the roster, 6 All-Star selections last year, only 2 remain. My goodness.
And really, they ended up with 8 because they had Lester and Samardzija, both of them All-Stars for their teams before they were traded over to Oakland. That's a lot of firepower to lose. Logan Morrison's going to lead off here in the 3rd inning for the Mariners, and the A's put the shift on with Morrison hitting. Simeon again the shortstop, as he did with Kyle Seager playing over on the right side of the infield.
Pomerantz has retired all 6 men that he's faced coming into this inning. Center field, a blast backing up Sam Fuld, but he's there to make the catch. At this stage right now, still early going. Hope the bats can pick up Taijuan Walker. 52 pitches for him, first 2 innings. 5 runs on 6 hits, 3 strikeouts. He's given up a home run, a double. The other hits are singles.
Well, the bats are definitely going to have to get them back in the game, but Taijuan's also going to have to stop it right where it's at for as long as he's going to be out there. Can't afford to give up too many more runs.
Strike 1 to Zunino, off to a 1-for-10 strike. One and 1. Got in on his hands. Ball and 2 strikes. Pomerantz off to a good start, now working ahead with a 5-run lead. Mike went chasing, 2 away. 3rd strikeout for Drew Pomerantz. Game 2 of this series tomorrow. Century Lincoln. What's next? Jay Happ makes his 2015 Mariner debut, goes against Sonny Gray, who's thrown a no-hit ball last week in his first start. Pomerantz 3 strikeouts. He's got 2 quick outs here in the 3rd. Here's Willie Bloomquist in his first action of the season. Left-handed hitting. Brad Miller getting the night off.
Not surprised to see that. You want to get Willie in there, and Mariners bounce back with a day game tomorrow against Sonny Gray. So all the lefties will be in the lineup tomorrow.
1 and 1. And a line foul into the bullpen. 1 and 2. Three strikeouts, no walks. He's retired all 8 men that he's faced. Drew Pomerantz. Bender outside, 2 and 2.
And the first time through the lineup, he's basically done it with a high fastball. We'll see what kind of adjustments the guys make second time through against Pomerantz.
2-2 pitch. Soon popped up. Sogard's there. Pomerantz, a clean first pass through the Mariner order. First 3 innings, 9 up, 9 down with a 5-0 lead. Showing you the view from Russian Hill, looking east at Telegraph Hill as we take a look at the UPS Store weekend weather report. Tomorrow at 1, mid-60s. Ditto on Sunday. You like those sunny forecasts. Taijuan Walker looking to have his first easy inning. 8 men to the plate in the first inning. Gave up a 2-run homer in the second inning. He's got Ike Davis 0-1. Davis, Laurie, and Vogt 5, 6, and 7. Ike worked a 2-2 count. Single to right center field.
Mariners have the shift on with Davis hitting. Willie Bloomquist, the shortstop tonight, playing on the right side of the infield. Kyle Seager all the way out at the shortstop position. They expect him to pull the ball on the ground.
In terms of how Taijuan's using his arsenal, how's it different from what we saw for the majority of spring training?
Well, I think this at bat right here is a good example of it. He gets a fly ball out to right field, but all the pitches, the first 3 pitches away, and then that last pitch, middle in. When we saw in spring training, he was pitching in early in the count, trying to speed the bats up, and then we saw more curveball, more changeup. His changeup for me tonight is a little bit harder than we were seeing in spring training, probably because he's excited, a little more adrenaline amped up, so his feel for that pitch isn't quite there yet. I think the biggest thing, though, I think we saw him pitch inside quite a bit more than we're seeing here this afternoon or this evening, and you can see that last pitch slider off the plate away.
Laurie worked the walk. 3-2 pitch in the first. Pulled down to Seager. 2 outs. Let's check in again with Edgimente.
Now batting the catcher, 21, Steven.
All right, Angie, thank you. Man, it seemed like yesterday in some respects, doesn't it? Thank you very much. There's Stephen Vogt, the catcher. RBI single to right center his first time up. Pitch was running away, had some good run on it. Type of pitch we'd seen during spring.
This changeup right there at 88 miles an hour running off the outside corner.
One-two pitch. His first 1-2-3 inning. Ruggiano's under it. And a good inning for Taijuan Walker here in the third. Coming up for the Mariners would be to the top of the order, Weeks Jackson, and Cano. His 5 lead. Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By AM/PM, too much good stuff. By Vern Funk, bad luck can hit anyone, insure with the 13th man. And by Clearwater Casino Resort, so many reasons to come out and play. Jack Kerouac, the Beat Poets used to hang out at Vesuvio's there, Columbus Street, just off of Chinatown. It's a good Chinese joint there called House of Nanking. Tell them what you want. Quick order. Boom, it's out.
Sounds like you've dined there before.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice, pleasant walk from the hotel. Good stuff. See if the Mariners can get the Pomeranz.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see them make an adjustment. Second time through the lineup for the guys, so I think maybe they can lay off the high fastball a little bit, get him down in the zone so they can handle it. He's throwing hard tonight. He has not shown an ability to throw his breaking ball for a strike.
Just to show me, huh?
That's basically what it's been. There's one of the few that he has. Big curveball at 78 miles an hour.
Ricky Weeks struck out on a 2-2 pitch, leading off the ball game. 3 Ks for Pomeranz, who's retired the first 9 men that he's faced. Two and one. Lloyd's club down 5-0. Taijuan Walker did have a very good third inning, going 1-2-3. One of the good things for Rich Donnelly and every other third base coach who works here at the O.Co Coliseum. Plenty of room to hide.
There is that.
Stay wide, you dead pull hitters. Two and two to Ricky. Breaking ball swung on and missed. One out here in the fourth. That's Pomeranz's 4th strikeout. He's retired the first 10. How about the Rangers? They had a ton of bad news last year when it comes to the condition of their ball players and injuries. Derek Holland left the game in the second inning. Tightness left shoulder out 6 weeks. Shin-Soo Choo, second inning back spasms. And how about Ryan Rua? Sprained ankle day to day. Rangers will be at Safeco Field on the next homestand, April 17th through the 19th. They had to use something like 66 players last year, 40 pitchers.
They're well on their way again, looking at all those injuries.
And Holland was barely in the game and he was out. So Austin Jackson struck out his first time. A little low. There's Brian Gorman. 2-0. Got a line out of play. Who's Pomeranz remind you of?
That's a good question.
Big kid, 6'5", good fastball, decent curve.
Most left-handers, you see him with a better changeup. His curveball is he has a good curveball at times. There's one right there that he throws wide. He's been erratic with it this afternoon or this evening.
Good count here for Austin with Cano on deck. There you go, down the line, base hit. First Mariner base runner, Austin Jackson, on a 3-1 pitch here in the fourth. Into a run of 10 consecutive hitters retired, the first 10 by Pomeranz.
Trying to go inside with the fastball, 91 miles an hour. He gets it there. It's right on the corner. Good hitting by Jackson. It's a line drive in the left. Nice short swing to get to the fastball. You can see him really pull his hands back inside to get the barrel to it.
Robbie with a comebacker to Pomeranz in his first at bat. Orchard to the shortstop. Simeon turns it to Sogard and Davis for the double play. And the threat never really got a chance to build up steam in the fourth for the Mariners, who trail 5-0.
Second baseman, number 28, Eric Sogard.
Marcus Simeon with a double down the left field line. That ends a run of 5 consecutive hitters retired by Taiwan. He's looking to build on that. Now he's in some trouble here in the bottom of the fourth with Eric Sogard, the hitter.
Kyle Seager playing in at third, expecting a bunt. Sogard, the number 9 hitter.
Ball one. Seager on the grass. Two and 0. Certainly opportunity to test the fortitude of Mr. Walker here as this one fouled off. Gonna grind it out here. 2-1. Three runs on 4 hits for the Athletics in the first inning. 2-run homer by Mark Canha, his first his big league career. That was in the second inning. Runner's going to advance to third. Willie Blomqvist throws out a speedy Sogard. The one-out man at third. Back to the top of the order for the A's.
Oakland 2 for 5 so far this evening with runners in scoring position.
Now batting center fielder, number 23.
Sogard heading back to the dugout. We'll get some high fives with that ground ball out to advance the runner.
Sam Full to line out to left. Make that a line out to right. A base hit to left and a run scored. Scored ahead of Canha. A 2-run shot.
He's hit the ball hard twice. Mariners put their infield in.
Right into Zunino's glove, 0-2. See if he can put him away. 0-2. 0-1. Simeon, he's at third. Sixth time Walker's gone 0-2 tonight. Served that one up in his eyes, and Sam Full jumps all over it. RBI single, 6-0 Athletics.
Well, that was the key right there. Elevated the curveball that time. Take a look at our Alaska Supermo, and the curveball just hangs up and again away from the hitter. It's easier for them with 2 strikes. Just drop the barrel to it. They don't have to fight to get to it at all. And now speed pitch up in that area at this level typically is going to get hit hard, and Folds hit the ball hard 3 times.
Looper, trouble, down for a base hit. Digging for third is Full. The throw from Weeks offline. Throw to second. Not in time. All kinds of trouble here in the fourth. A run in, and now runners at second and third as Tom Wilhelmsen gets up in a hurry to start warming up.
This is a good fastball, well in off the plate, breaks his bat, little looper, nothing going right for Taiwan. He makes a good pitch right there. And Ricky Weeks throw a little bit wide of third base, and this is a closer play down at second. Mariners have to bring their infield in again as you take a look at Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose in the pen.
Ben Zobrist, RBI double and a strikeout tonight.
We'll put him on. Right-handed hitter Billy Butler waiting on deck.
Billy 0 for 2. A strikeout of Papa. Butler's the only American League player entering today's game on a 4-game hitting streak. There weren't some percentages. Hopefully they work out in their favor.
And through 3 1/3 Taiwan. After this next pitch, he will be at 77 pitches.
Intentional walk. That'll be a second walk-in ball game. The base is loaded. And 1 out, down 6-0 in the fourth, and that's going to be it for Taiwan. So after the spectacular spring, his season debut, not a good one at all here, as he is in deep trouble. Bases loaded, down 6-0 in the fourth. And he's going to take the ball and bring in Big Tom. Take a timeout. Be back to Oakland right after this. The jam in the fourth inning. 1 out, bases loaded. Billy Butler, the hitter. Billy on a 4-game hitting streak, only American leaguer who can say that at this young stage of the season.
Numbers for Tom Wilhelmsen last year, a 2.27 ERA for Tom. Opponents hitting just 171 against him.
Butler, strikeout and a pop-up so far. Fouls off the first pitch.
If Tom can get him to hit the ball on the ground, definitely a double play candidate.
This is filled with A's. Fold, Canna, and Zobrist. Butler 2 for 4 against Tom. Got a piece of that, fouled it back. Tom said, doesn't matter what role you want me in, I'm good to go. Started a couple of games last year. He's been a long guy, been a short guy. Had a couple successful seasons as a closer. Mariners need him big right now. 0-2 to Butler. Breaking ball. Willie Blomqvist smothers it. Can he get Butler? No, sir. Infield hit, RBI. Bases are still loaded. Fold scores. Everybody else moves up.
Well, it was a breaking ball. Willie playing double play depth. Cheating towards the middle. Had to go back to the hole. Was able to knock it down. Tried to throw Butler out. And that will be an infield hit.
Hitting streak lives for Butler. 5-game streak. It's his second RBI of the young season. Here's Ike Davis, lined out to right. And delivered an RBI single to right center in the first inning.
The Athletics tonight, 4 for 7 with runners in scoring position.
Drives it to the gap. That's a lot of trouble and a lot of people are running. Here comes Canna. Here comes Zobrist. Butler held it third. 2-run double. Ike Davis. A's are going nuts here in the fourth inning.
We're in the fourth inning, and Canna, the number 2 hitter, has already scored 3 runs. We'll take a look at this. It'll be a fastball, 92 miles an hour. If you look at our Alaska Supermo, right down the middle of the plate, and Ike Davis hits it hard into the gap.
He gaps this one. Austin Jackson runs it down.
With Butler at third base, the Mariners infield play halfway. Close the book on Taijuan Walker, 3 1/3, 9 runs, all of them earned.
There's Laurie, a walk and a ground out. 9-0 Athletics. Every picture tells a story. Not a good one tonight. Fouled off. Laurie, the 8th man to the plate here in the fourth inning. They sent 8 to the plate in the first. 3 runs on 4 hits and left 2. The 0-2 pitch. Backed him off. RBIs this inning. Sam Fold, Billy Butler, and 2 for Ike Davis. Popped up. Long run, Ruggiano. Ditto for Morrison. Hanging with it. Heck of a catch. Butler will hold. Willie Blomqvist comes in as the cutoff man. Well done.
The play by Morrison, and I'm surprised that Butler didn't try to tag on that. Another look at it. Good concentration by Morrison as he makes the catch. He's in foul ground. No reason to be halfway down the baseline. Tough play for Morrison. He does have a good throwing arm. Remember, he played some outfield last year.
Good play by Lomo. 2 outs. Brings up Stephen Vogt, the catcher. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Pitch. 2-0.
Not sure that Tom was trying to throw either one of those pitches for a strike. Vogt, good hitter, good left-handed hitter. You have first base open. A young player in Simeon waiting on deck. Simeon did double to start this inning off, but he's also a right-handed hitter. Might be a better matchup for Tom.
2-0 pitch. 3-0. 2 outs, runners at second and third. 3 runs, 4 runs in.
We'll just put him on now.
Bases loaded again. Batted around. Marcus Simeon. Second time this inning. Strike 1. Another strike. Done with the breaking ball, 0-2. Simeon struck out the first time and then doubled down the left field line, open up this 4th inning. This one stroked into the gap. Ruggiano on the bounce. 2-run score. Digging for second and in there safely, Simeon. 11-0. So Simeon keeps the parade rolling. A single E9.
Take a look at this last pitch. 0-2 pitch. Good fastball, 94 miles an hour on the outside corner. Ruggiano makes a great play to keep in front of him, and then it pops out of his glove on the exchange, and that's where he gets the error, allowing Simeon to get into second base.
Sogard, second time this inning. Nothing in the 4th. Foul, 2-2.
In the 3rd for Taiwan, throwing 77 pitches, and Tom has been able to come in and get an out, but he's had to throw 21 pitches to get there.
2-2. Count runs full. Runners at second and third. Sam Fuld. He's had a heck of a night. 2 hits, and he's hit the ball hard 3 times. Got him a chase. Inning is finally over. 11 men to the plate. 6 runs, 6 hits, an error, 2 left. Ouch. 11-0 Oakland. Danger. And it got going in the first inning. And what has now become an 11-0 lead for the Athletics. They get 3 runs on 4 hits in the first inning, 2 runs on 2 hits in the second, 6 runs on 6 hits in the fourth. Taijuan Walker did not have it. 3 1/3, 9 hits, 9 runs, all earned. 2 walks, 3 Ks, gave up a home run, 77 pitches and 48 for strikes. So far, a soft landing for Drew Pomeranz, giving up 1 hit, aided by a double play to get him out of the fourth. It's Nelson Cruz to lead off the 5th inning. Cruz, Seager, and Ruggiano 4, 5, and 6 here in the 5th. Three and 1. Kyle Seager's on deck. He's 0 for 1. Cruz in his first at bat popped out to the first baseman on a 2-2 pitch. Bob it back. These kinds of games are going to happen. You definitely want to be on the right end of them more often than not.
It can be a cruel game at times, can't it?
That's cruel with a capital C. Three and 2 to Cruz. Popped up again. Now play. Drew Pomeranz has not had a chance of sweat here tonight. Gave up a 1-out single in the 4th and then threw a double play ball to end the inning. after he retired the first 10 men that he faced.
Well, he's thrown 63 pitches so far, 40 of them for strikes, and a lot of them fastballs. Take a look at that. At least Cruz making him work a little bit right now. This will be the 9th pitch in this at bat.
Three and two. Cruz high and deep, left field. Looks like it's going to stay in the yard. It does, and it's caught. Mark Cannock has had a heck of a night. 3 for 3, driven in 2 runs, and scored 3 times. Make sure you follow the Mariners all season with MLB.com At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, and more. Get MLB.com At Bat, your smartphone or tablet. It is worth it. Go get it. Kyle Seager. Good ball for strike.
Athletics keep the shift on with Kyle hitting.
A lot of runs scored at the Coliseum. This is the 3rd day in a row. 2 days ago, Texas won 10-0. Make that the A's won 10-0. Yesterday, Texas won 10-1, and now it's 11-0. Favor of the Athletics. 1-1 pitch. Hit to Laurie. 2 outs. Quick 2 outs here in the 5th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 2 outs in the 5th. Justin Ruggiano fly to center. A's have scored a combined 29 runs in games 1, 3, and 5 so far. And just 1 run combined in games 2 and 4. Another play for Laurie. And Mike Davis hangs with him. A 1, 2, 3, 5th. All Oakland tonight. All right, Angie, thank you. Here in the 5th, here's Sam Fuld for the 4th time already. He's hit the ball hard 3 times. He's got 2 hits, and he's driven in a run. Just joining us, a Rockies start does not begin to describe Taijuan Walker. This evening, 3 1/3, 9 hits, 9 runs all earned. Tom Wilhelmsen came on in the 4th. There's Cano, can't get it, seeing eye base hit. What a night for Sam Fuld. It's 13 hits for the Athletics. Well, there's a good piece of news for you. Coming up on Sunday, our CenturyLink What's Next? Felix Hernandez on Sunday against Jesse Hahn. Felix always performs well against the Athletics, and especially here in this ballpark.
Well, he is coming off of an outstanding start. Hahn, bright future for that young man, young pitching prospect for the A's. So we'll see what he has on Sunday. But Felix, what an opener he had. I'm sure he's looking forward to getting out on the mound again.
Especially after watching this bad boy here. Oof. This kid's having a night too. 3 for 3. Hit a 2-run homer, his first in big leagues. Hits one hard down to Seager. And Cano on a transfer. And get the out at second. Second base umpire Mike DeMuro said you're good. It's on the transfer that you dropped it.
What a great play by Kyle Seager on the backhand. Gets rid of it quickly with something on and throws a strike to Cano. Take a look at it. Great play by Kyle. Can't do it any better than that. They're going to say it was on the transfer. It's interesting because so many times Cano is so sure-handed. He doesn't close his glove on the ball right there. He'll use it to just stop it. Get his right hand in there for the transfer. But a good play by Kyle.
Here's Zobrist, 1 for 2. 2 runs scored. He was intentionally passed in the 4th. Drove in a run with a double in the 1st. One. Seager can't get that one. Ricky Weeks comes to get it. Throws to second. In with the double. Ben Zobrist, his second of the night. Canna gets all the way to third.
Good idea when you know it's not your night. It's a good fastball. It's up and in. It completely beats Zobrist. Kyle Seager playing off the line as he should as a third baseman. But it still gets past him. Turns into a double.
Zobrist has been a doubles machine in his career, averaging 35 per year in his first 10 years as a major leaguer.
Mariners will have to bring their infield in again. Seems it's been that way in every inning. It has every inning but the third.
Nice stop by Zunino. Billy Butler at the plate. Butler was Tom Wilhelmsen's first batter in the 4th inning when he came on to relieve Taijuan Walker, and Billy got an infield hit. Hit a ball in the hole. Willie Bloomquist, the shortstop, was playing up the middle, and he smothered it, kept him in the infield. This one fouled off. Coming up on Sunday in our pregame show, you might remember, if you missed, from Wednesday, the new commissioner of baseball, Rob Manfred, was in town. We did an interview with him. Pregame show, we're going to run that interview in its entirety on the Sunday pregame show. Willie Bloomquist, backhand, runners hold, throws out Billy Butler, up number 2. And that'll bring up Ike Davis. Davis is having a good night. Driven in 3 runs, scored twice himself. He's got a single and a double and a line out to right. Ball one. Tight.
And then Tom is now, he's thrown 35 pitches. Good news for the Mariners is they had yesterday off, so the bullpen's in good shape. A number of those guys will get an opportunity to pitch tonight.
Nice pitch. 1-1.
A good changeup from Tom.
Two and one. Mariners have been held to one hit, a one-out fourth-inning single by Austin Jackson. That's it. Two and one. Broken bat ground ball. Cano's got it. Throws out Ike Davis, and that'll do it. Here in the fifth for the A's, you get a couple of hits. Strand two, nothing across, but they lead big, 11-0. King of all bobbleheads coming your way Saturday, April 18th. King Felix bobblehead night. First 20,000 fans going to take home this collectible. And the Mariners ace, and it's top of the crown thanks to Root Sports. For tickets to next Saturday's King Felix bobblehead against the Rangers at 6:10, visit mariners.com. Save for some of the construction around Union Square. Beautiful time walking around here today. San Francisco. Got a construction project that seems to have got to be in its third or fourth year, right? They dug up a couple of streets.
Yeah, I would think it's going on its fourth year anyway.
Here's Logan Morrison.
Did not help the Friday traffic today, that's for sure.
Logan Morrison, Mike Zunino, and Willie Bloomquist. Took us forever to get from the airport into Union Square area. Yesterday. Normally that's a pretty snappy trip. Lomo tonight, fly to center. Again, the only hit, Austin Jackson, one out fourth inning single, and he was doubled up. Pomeranz has faced the minimum coming into the sixth.
Charlie Furbush getting loose in the pen, so he'll be up next for the Mariners. There's Charlie.
Field for Canna in fair territory. Well, Mariners had seen Pomeranz last year, 2-0 record, an 0.82 ERA. 5 career appearances, 1 start, all of them last year. Been a tough nut to crack here. Start this series. First road game of the season for the Mariners as Zunino swings through. He struck out his first time on a 1-2 pitch.
And for Pomeranz with this lead, he's been doing it throughout the game. This will be his 75th pitch, but a lot of fastballs. He'll be even more aggressive. Another fastball in the outside corner.
30,114 on this Friday night here at O.Co Coliseum. We've seen an offensive extravaganza turned in by the Athletics. There's no runs on one hit, committed an error. A's 11 runs, 14 hits, no errors, and they've left 6. 2-2 to Zunino. Strikeout number 5, 2 down here in the 6th. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Road trip will continue in LA after we finish Saturday and Sunday tilts. Got an interview scheduled with one of my broadcast heroes, Mr. Vin Scully, for Tuesday.
That'll be fun.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Called him yesterday. Hello, Dave. Dave, would you like to do an interview with us? Talk about it. Of course, I would love to. The best. Willie Bloomquist fouls one off. Willie popped up to the second baseman.
It was great getting a chance to talk to him my brief time that I was with the Dodgers. What a nice man.
You said you interacted with Mr. Koufax on several occasions, right?
A couple of times. The first time was in spring training. Same thing, just a nice gentleman, and he would come down and work with the younger kids, most of the left-handers that were in the camp, and he'd go down to minor league camp and do that kind of thing, and then another time during the season. So he's a couple of Dodger greats right there.
We showed you earlier, going to have good weather tomorrow and Sunday, and weather forecast for LA is also good. 2-1. Popped up and playable. Mariners go 1-2-3 again. And held a one hit by Drew Pomeranz. He has dominated and had a lot of offensive help. one you get to. We don't recommend swimming there or try to swim out, because your chances are not good. But it is historic. Every time we pass over the bridge going by to think of Burt Lancaster, the great Burt Lancaster, playing in the Birdman of Alcatraz. It's not a place you wanted to be. Nice to look at now, but they had some of America's most notorious criminals in there for a long time. As Charlie Furbush, hardly a criminal, one of the good guys, takes over here, third pitcher for the Mariners.
And I don't think Charlie will be the last. He takes over, pitch here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Laurie, Vogt, and Simeon due up.
Tom Wilhelmsen went an inning and 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned a walk. It was intentional, 1 strikeout. Down low to Lord. Langley, BC, makes his home down in Peoria, Arizona. Let's look at Charlie's work.
It's from last year. 51 strikeouts, just 9 walks for Charlie. Opponents hitting .247, a .361 ERA. Charlie, good fastball. He'll be in the low 90s with his fastball. Mix in a slider.
Just coming in, tuning into the game. On a Friday night, it has been nightmarish, to say the least. 3 1/3 for Taijuan Walker. 9 hits, 9 runs, all earned. 2 walks, 3 Ks. Meanwhile, the Mariners held a 1 base hit. Cano, easy play, throws out Laurie, 1 away. Change up your commute. Take our online trip planner for a spin at soundtransit.org.
Now batting the catcher, 21,
Drew Pomeranz has dominated the Mariners, given up just 1 hit. He struck out 5, hasn't walked anybody, and thanks to that double play, he's faced the minimum through 6 innings. Lomo leads Charlie. Charlie wins the race to the bag, beating Vogt.
Vogt gets down the line in pretty good shape for a catcher. Charlie had to bust it over there to beat him by a step. Marcus Simeon tonight, 2 for 3. A double, scored a run, driven in a run. Good night for the young shortstop.
Laurie and Sogard, the only 2 guys who have not driven in runs this evening. Simeon's driven in 2, Vogt 1, 3 for Ike Davis, 1 for Butler, 1 for Zobrist, 2 for Canna, and 1 for Fold. 4th inning was a big one. 11 men to the plate, 6 runs on 6 hits. They left 2, and there was 1 Mariner error. Stroked. Jackson going back. Nice catch. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the 6th. 11-0 Oakland. Drew Pomeranz has been fabulous tonight. At one point, he retired the first 10 men that he faced, gave up one hit. That was in the fourth inning to Austin Jackson. Then he doubled him up. So he has faced the minimum through 6 innings. Recorded 5 strikeouts, hasn't walked anybody. Good fastball. Curves, he's hit, he's hit a couple of curveballs. He hasn't been consistent with them, but he's hit some spots with it when he's needed them.
For the most part, he's been able to get it done with a pretty good fastball tonight. Fastball up in the zone.
Third time around, Ricky Weeks struck out twice. That's at strike 1, leading off the 7th.
And because of that, only 83 pitches as he works here in the 7th.
Ricky Weeks, his first start in left field. Put in a lot of work during the spring. Bouncing ball goes foul. Oh, 2 to Ricky. Wants it up high. Gets it. He chases it. It's strikeout number 6. Here's Angie Mente.
Number 16, Austin Jackson.
All right, go Sounders. Austin Jackson, 3-1 count in the 4th, single to left, then doubled up 6-4-3. And Cano came up. Got the only Mariner hit. Got the only 2 hits.
I think his 2 base hits. The double play by Cano was hit hard, and one hopper. Just a shot right at the shortstop for the double plays. You take a look at the swing by Austin Jackson.
Number 22.
That swing is a nice change from what we saw second half. That's particularly, say, the last 4 weeks of the season last year.
Well, the thing that he has been able to do, I think, here in the early part is carry over what he worked on the entire spring training, which was up the middle the other way. And you could tell by that swing, a nice short swing, let the ball travel a little bit and not try to do too much with it. And he has a couple of hits here tonight. Has his batting average up over 300 now here early in the season. Cano hit the ball hard his last time up. One hop shot at the shortstop for a double play.
First time up, Robbie tapped back to Pomeranz. Well, knocks it down. They'll get the lead runner. They don't get Cano. Smoked that one too.
Bad luck for Cano tonight. Hit the ball hard a couple of times. They're going to go check him out. Hit him in the glove hand. Probably hit him right in the palm of his hand.
Nick Paparesta, trainer out there along with Bob Melvin.
Will sting a little bit. Maybe his hand will even swell up on him some. We'll take a look at this swing by Cano. It's on a breaking ball. Curveball stays in the middle of the plate. Yeah, and I think it just hit him in the palm of his hand. Good look at our Alaska Supermo and the line drive off the bat of Cano.
Cano's head was right in there. Nice swing.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be fine and stay in the game.
Now batting, number 23, Nelson Cruz.
And now for the first time, I was going to say for the first time tonight, Mariners sent 4 guys to the plate.
Look at Fernando Abad getting loose in the pen. Yeah, it's been a tough night for him. As you mentioned, the one hit was by Jackson, and within a pitch, he comes back with a double play. So, not much offensively.
If I remember, Fernando Abad last year.
Good arm. Throws hard.
Power guy. There he is.
So they get Nelson Cruz moving in the right direction. Deep fly ball his last time up on the warning track out in the left center field.
Popped up and playable. First baseman Ike Davis, foul territory. It's been that kind of night. Home 7th coming up. All A's, 11-0. As you consider how a Washington's lottery win would change your bucket list, play today. Look at the Fairmount Hotel, one of the grand hotels in the city of San Francisco. I understand the vice president is in town. Beautiful day here. And this hotel may look familiar to you folks who used to watch the old TV show called Hotel. Is it Connie Selica was in that? And James Brolin, of course.
Yorvis Medina getting loose in the pen. Charlie had a 1-2-3 inning in the 6th inning. He'll start here in the bottom of the 7th, but Medina getting loose. Brad Miller's taken over at shortstop. Willie Bloomquist has moved to second. Cano out of the game. One of the things that Lloyd likes to do in these kind of games, get Cano out of there. He's going to play in 159, 160 games this year. So Willie, who started at short, will move over to second.
2-0 to Sogard, is 0 for 3. Eric has twice grounded out to short, struck out. He and Laurie have not joined the hit and RBI parade to this point. 2-2. Charlie pitched a 1-2-3 sixth. Got a full count. Sam Fold has been murdered tonight. 3 hits. An RBI, scored twice. Hit the ball hard 4 times. Ricky Weeks to his left. Makes the play. One out in the home seventh here in Oakland. College night ticket specials, they're back this season. Next Friday for only $12. Students will receive a ticket. Enjoy extended half-day hour in the Pen. Plus the first 20,000 fans take home this year's fun and fashionable Mariners beard hat. Students with valid ID can pick up their tickets right now at mariners.com/college. Top of the order, Sam Fold, a 3-for-4 nighter, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. One to Sam. Ball and 2 strikes. We were showing a picture of the Fairmount Hotel. What we ought to Curtis ought to show the next time we're here is recreate the chase scene in the movie Bullet with Steve McQueen up and down those hills, back up this way out of play. Curtis just said if he does that, he'll end up in Alcatraz. What a great chase scene. I mean, that was ahead of its time. Was it 1966, I believe it was? What a great chase scene. Possibly surpassed by the one in the French Connection. That's a fair ball, backhanded by Morrison. Throw, Charlie's there. Quick feet, nobody got hurt.
Great play all the way around. Nice backhanded play by Morrison. Good hustle by Charlie. The throw a little bit high. He had to make an adjustment. Take a look at the backhanded play by Morrison. Ball comes up on him, but he fields it cleanly. Throw a little bit high, and a good adjustment by Charlie. Sam Fold, knowing where Charlie was at, that could have been ugly, but they don't get tangled up too early in the season for that. And it looks like Medina will take over for Charlie. So good outing for Charlie. Retired all 5 batters he faced.
Nice job. Medina will take over. 2 outs here in the 7th. 11-0 Athletics.
Number 31, Medina.
Take you back to a 2-0 pitch, second inning. Mark Hanna with a man aboard. And it was all downhill from there. A's with 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 6 in the fourth. Building this 11-0 lead. 11 runs on 14 hits. We'll Here's Canna this time. And against Ravis Medina.
Numbers for Medina last year, 2.68 ERA, 60 strikeouts in 57 innings. Was hitting just 229 against some good fastball. In the low to mid 90s with a hard slider.
Well, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th. Get to the 8th, the Mariners will have 5, 6, and 7. Seager, Ruggiano, and Morrison. First of 4 trips here to the Bay Area. Mariners will play the Giants home and home. Chance to go to 24 Willie Mays Place.
Looking forward to seeing the ballpark again. It's been a few years since we've been.
Yeah. 15 and 16 of June, a Monday, Tuesday, a day-nighter. A night game, then a day. Then come home and play the Giants back-to-back games. 2-7. The last time we were there was ended on the way back home, no, way over here. It's got to be what, 4 years ago, because oh man, Dave Niehaus is still with us. I think that was the 10 season. Check, right? Pineda pitched.
That was definitely it. They're right.
Brad Miller throws him out. Medina does the job. 7 in the books. It's all Oakland, 11-0. Brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by Jack in the Box, Jack's hottest sandwich is back. Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. Columbus Avenue again as you look at the Stinking Rose. It's a garlic restaurant. Makes sense, huh? That's a great area to walk around in, too. A couple of beer and burger places over that way.
Leading off the top of the 8th inning for Seattle, number 15, Kyle.
So the Mariners in the 8th inning. Gonna face hard throwing left-hander Fernando Abad.
Well pitched game by Pomerantz. 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs. Didn't walk anybody and had 6 strikeouts. Left-hander pitched well. Hayes will put the shift on with Kyle hitting.
Nice strike.
Avad last year, a 1.57 ERA, really pitched well. Opponents hit just 175 against him.
A lot of Ks, not that many walks.
Yeah, pretty good breaking ball right there to Kyle.
Leidendorf in center. Fold moves from center to right. Tyler Leidendorf, new center fielder. Tripled in his first big league at bat. Two hits tonight by the Mariners that belong to Austin Jackson. Kyle Seager, he's on the board now with a base hit. A 1-2 pitch gets the Mariners started here in the 8th.
And Kyle 1 for 3 tonight. It's a pretty good pitch. It's just off the outside corner, but he stays with it. Solid line drive into center field.
7 innings pitched by Pomeranz ties his career best. 92 pitches, 58 for strikes. Here's Ruggiano. Fly to center, ground out to third. Ball 1. Two and out. I always wondered about a guy 11-0 lead and he's nibbling.
Pitchers, I don't know how else to explain it. Not that.
4-pitch walk. Mariners will take it. 2 on.
And we showed his numbers from last year. He didn't walk many batters.
Mariners in Boeing, proud to recognize the men and women of the U.S. military with Salute to Armed Forces Day. It's coming up Sunday, April 19th. Mariners will be hosting the Rangers that day, so make sure you join us for a special pregame ceremony. It starts at 12:30. Then after the game, 15,000 fans will receive a free commemorative military corps. Visit Mariners.com for tickets. Logan Morrison 0 for 2. Fly to center, fly to left. See there, the Yankees and Red Sox playing in the 15th inning, tied at 3-3, and they also had a power shortage at one point. Lights went out.
.30 in New York. Fans stick around for that one?
Not many, not on a Friday night.
I don't think so.
No. And I'll bet they have a day game tomorrow.
Well, the Mariners do. 1 o'clock tomorrow.
So good. Oh, that's a heck of a play.
Great play.
Goodness. Wow. What a play to get Ruggiano.
Everything going the A's way tonight. That's outstanding.
Fine play.
Now batting, number 3, Mike Zunino.
Take a look at our Alaska Supermo, the backhanded flip. That's not easy to do. Just trying to get rid of it quickly. That was a nice one hop for Simeon, the shortstop, to handle. Good play by Sogard.
And the Yankees and Red Sox do play at 1:05 Eastern tomorrow. Simeon's got this one. Zunino 0 for 3. It happens all the time, but it's how difficult is it to bounce back coming after it? I mean, they're going to, here they are playing 12:30, not going to be able to fall asleep till 4. They got to be back in the ballpark,
well,
fairly quick.
Well, for the guys in New York, that's going to be really difficult. For the Mariners, it should not be a problem.
That's
and the thing that works out well for them is with the left-hander Pomerantz. A number of the right-handed hitters in the lineup today will not play tomorrow. You have the left-handed lineup in there. So for the Mariners, good shape. For the other guys, they're going to be tired. There's no getting around it. Wouldn't be surprised if that's a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
Bats are going to be a little heavy.
Willie Bloomquist popped to second, fouled out to the catcher. Runners at the corners. Simeon, short way, inning done. Bottom of the 8th coming up. 11-0 Athletics. Inning 11-0 Athletics. Last time the Mariners were beaten 11-0 or worse. Go back to May 21 of 2013 at the Angels, a 12-0 defeat. Tyler Ladendorf going to lead off here in the 8th. Took Ben Zobrist's place in the lineup, and he strokes a single up the middle.
15 hits for the Athletics tonight.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, for the Athletics. Batting for Philadelphia, number 7, Cody Ross.
Veteran Cody Ross got a pinch hit with the D-backs. Remember the Giants 2010 World Series team. A's with 15 hits. Season best. Ross, a veteran's been around Detroit, Dodgers, Florida, Giants, Boston, Arizona, now the Athletics. 34 years old, out of Portales, New Mexico. Lives in Scottsdale, Arizona. Franchise history coming into today, 12 times the Mariners have suffered 11-0 or worse losses in shutout defeats. Mariners held with 3 hits tonight, 2 by Austin Jackson and 1 by Kyle Seager.
R.J. Alvarez getting loose in the pen for the A's. So the Mariners want to get off that list. They're going to have to score a run off of Alvarez if they can. Back to the top of the lineup. It'll be Weeks, Jackson, and Miller due up.
Mariners infield right now, Seager, Miller, Blomquist, and Morrison, with Weeks, Jackson, and Ruggiano in the outfield. Long faces you can expect. It's been a tough evening. It was 5-0 before the Mariners really broke a good sweat. And then the A's really blew it wide open. 4th inning, 11 men to the plate. 6 runs, 6 hits. There was an error, and they left 2. Dana's got a 3-2 count now to Cody Ross. There's 2 men are aboard.
That will bring up Ike Davis, having a good night. 2 for 4 tonight, but he's driven in 3 runs and scored twice.
17, Ike Davis.
Earlier today, Toronto scored a lot of runs, 12-5 at Baltimore. Mark Burley, career win number 200. Down low. Miami outscored Tampa Bay 10-9 and 10. Those are the other highest scoring runs, high scoring games here today. Two and one.
Medina having a tough time with his fastball command. 17 pitches in the inning, only 8 strikes for him.
Three and one. Play again. Gaps one. Leidendorf, he's scoring. Ross jogging to third. RBI double. Ike Davis. What a night driven in 4. He's got 3 hits. 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, and 4 ribs.
Well, the Mariners pitchers have fallen behind in counts. The A's have made them pay for it tonight.
Milwaukee tonight is 0 for 3. A dirty dozen here tonight. One to count. J-Happ makes his Mariner debut tomorrow against Sonny Gray. Felix on Sunday against Jesse Hahn. D. Buckler. Now 8 times. Mariners in jeopardy of scoring of 8 times, suffering 12-0 shutout losses. Breaking ball, got him. So strikeout for Medina. First out. And his first strikeout brings up Stephen Vogt. Hardy fans here. They have a cheer going now. I believe in Stephen Vogt.
That group that they have out in right field, they never quit.
That is so true. Driven in a run tonight. First inning single. Didn't see it, but somebody must have made a good catch. Runners at second and third for Vogt. Ross at third, Davis at second. Now, good pitch by Medina. Back-to-back strikeouts. Couple seconds ago. Foul ball. Watch this catch.
Nice backhanded play.
Very nice.
Marcus Semien 2 for 4 with a run scored and a couple of RBIs.
He can be thrilled with his productivity in the 4th inning alone. Led off with a double to left and scored. Came up a second time and singled in 2 runs. Base hit to right. Check swing, foul ball. Ty Waller handles it, the first base coach. There's Ty. Good player with the Cubs. Good man. Good baseball man. Yankees and Red Sox, they make the turn for the 16th inning. $12 hours and 25 minutes from first pitch tomorrow. Right now, I should be texting Susan Waltman and say, having fun? hit to left center field. Jackson tracks it down. A run on 2 hits. No errors, 2 left. Top 9, 12-0 A's. And that post game, my anticipation is something you've talked about a lot with hitters being short to the ball. I think Lloyd will be short to the answer.
Well, he has a quick turnaround.
Yes. Sergey Alvarez. Ricky Weeks. Tough night for him. He struck out 3 times. Fouled off the catcher Vogt. Ricky had a hard time with the high fastball from starter Drew Pomerantz, who's outstanding. 7 innings, 2-hit ball. No walks, 6 strikeouts, 92 pitches, 58 for strikes.
Yeah, Ricky wasn't alone in that respect.
It's true.
Pomerantz pretty good tonight.
Tip your cap and go get him tomorrow. Outside from Alvarez. We knew one thing coming into this game, we certainly would need a scorecard because of all the changes. 9, was it 9? What was it again? 9 trades, 27 players since we last saw him. And Chili Davis is gone too. Hitting coach signed a 3-year deal with the Boston Red Sox. Two to Ricky. Right field, Sam Fuld is there, 1 away.
Well, the few Mariner hitters having a good night. Austin Jackson will step in. 2 for 3 tonight for Austin.
Alvarez out of West Palm Beach, Florida. Starting the season, coming into the season at 27 days of big league service. Austin swung it back quite well tonight.
Line drive in the left field, base hit back up the middle. And he has a good count right here. He should get a fastball to hit.
.30. Is that a play? For full count. Alvarez coming over from San Diego with Jesse Hahn for Derek Norris. Trade coming about a week before Christmas. Brad Miller's on deck. Batting the 3-hole vacated by Robinson Cano. Once this game got out of hand, Lloyd took Cano out of the ball game. Red Sox now 4-3 lead, top 16 at Yankee Stadium. David Ortiz a home run as Austin Jackson's night. A good one. 2 for 3 with a walk.
Number 5, Brad Miller.
First plate appearance for Brad Miller.
Brad off to a good start, 4 for 10. See the 1 home run, long home run at Safeco Field, deep into the seats in right field.
Impressive. This ballpark, the last 3 games, 32 runs have been scored by the winning teams.
How many of those by the A's?
A's win 2 days ago 10-0, lose 10-1 yesterday, and they're up 12-0 here.
We didn't know a lot about this club, but they can certainly hit some mistakes. 16 hits for the A's tonight.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2. Coming out. 2 away. And here comes Nelson Cruz. Cruz tonight 0 for 3. About the first deep fly to left of the track and then fouled out to the first baseman. Ball 1. Fuld has an easy play, and the game's over. A dirty dozen this evening as Oakland pounds the Mariners 12-0. No doubt about this one.
No, there wasn't. Taijuan Walker, a couple of bullpen sessions to try to get things worked out for the Mariners.